All right, friends, we are unmuting the microphone all the way from Norway, from the land of legendary strikers like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Laurie
And
Dallavale. Okay, chalo. Let us.
and
Is anybody can anyone confirm that audio is working? Because मेरा backend में बोल रहा था
Should
कि
I
audio नहीं चल रहा
should
है.
should I be like this or should I be like this?
this,
I don't
Copy that.
know. I can't see you. I will see you.
this,
Okay,
this.
audio is good. Okay. All right. And now I have made some changes to make the background hurt your eyes less. Hopefully this
I
will be
can't even
better.
see the streams.
Yo, hello
Sorry,
friends.
guys.
Welcome. It is less bright. It is more crunched colors. It is fun. Hello friends and welcome to the four.
The four.
The
The
two.
Hey,
dude.
Kautuk, why are you so sad, Kautuk, why are you so sad, Kautuk,
अरे हमारा तो
Kautuk,
लॉस हो गया यार कल.
हमारा तो रोज लॉस होता है. Welcome to the dark side.
हाँ यार.
Dude, you're so talking like
मेरा तो ये
somebody.
feeling रोज का है.
Dude, you all sound
उसमें
like
क्या हो गया?
you all sound like people from the 90s who worked at stock markets. कि अरे कल मेरा loss हो गया. He's like अरे मेरा तो रोज का है.
अभी क्या बताए बनात वाला साहब. ये
आप
नया
आप
फीलिंग है हमारे लिए.
आपका लॉस किसके साथ था, सर?
अरे हम तो डर भी हार के आए हैं. मस्त.
अच्छा,
अनबिलीवेबल लॉस. वेल डिजर्व्ड.
कोई बात नहीं. डार्बी में तो स्टेक्स होता है, तो कभी कभी सोशल प्रेशर भी हो सकता है. बट
Very nice.
मैं इसमें सिर्फ ये बोल रहा था कि हम लोग एस्टन विला से हारे हैं. एस्टन विला. गुड इवनिंग
अरे गुड
करके हमारा
इवनिंग.
वो गुड नाइट करके लाइट्स आउट कर दिया वो आदमी ने.
Yes.
ठीक है. सो
अरे वो तो
and
बहुत
same
बहुत sad
problem,
था.
classically same. Okay guys, sorry, this stream we're not going to be able to do predicts on cam. I don't have
हाँ
scores or anything.
हाँ
We will
that's
do that
okay.
offline, so
Yes.
and we will bring out what the scores are, etc. Sorry.
Okay. Let me quickly read what super chats have come, and then we'll start by talking about United. Kaushik Sundaram says Haaland scores only one goal versus Forest. Yuck. Bawa was right about him. Should have scored at least 7 against Forest. I mean, if Newcastle can score 8 goals with 8 different goal scorers against Sheffield United, then Haaland should be scoring at least 8 goals himself. Yeah, if he was
Correct.
any level of good striker.
Oligary's goal scorers.
Yes, I don't know what that means. Aditya
Are
Raju says,
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer I was going for.
"Oh, okay, like that. Yes. I can see his house from here only." Aditya Raju. Also, I must say, like I was all worried कि अरे Trondheim में जा रहा है, Norway में internet. Dude, this is the fastest internet I have had in my life. This is
Yes, that's because Trondheim में जो 4 लोग 100 Mbps चूस रहे हैं ना.
dude,
मेरे को
100
पूरा
Mbps,
100
dude.
Mbps में.
मेरे को 500 Mbps मिल रहा है इधर. Wi-Fi 6, dude, unheard of.
और 4 लोग ही है
हाँ dude,
Trondheim
I am
में.
seeing numbers that I've never seen. मेरा फोन पे Wi-Fi 6 है, 5G है, ऐसा सब एक्सपीरियंस नहीं किया मैंने. Very nice. This is what first world. ऐसा सब फैसिलिटीज देगा तो स्ट्राइकर अच्छा ही निकलेगा ना यहाँ से. You know.
Also उधर prison system actually different है. उधर prison system is on restoration. So
By the way, Bawa,
you
Sufyan
don't
is
there
asking.
they don't punish you and all that.
Then, so I can commit
It
crimes.
is a no, you commit crimes and stuff like that, but they truly believe. उधर 1 BHK मिलता है भाई जेल जाके.
क्या बात कर रहा है? Oh fuck.
उसका तुझे नॉर्वे प्रिजन एक टूर करके है कोई भी एक प्रिजन का. Sorry, Kautuk, you were saying. Sufyan is asking.
Sufyan is asking, Bawa, good quality camera?
Yes.
Any comments?
हाँ, please tell us what is this ये camera का राज?
It is the best ever iPhone yet.
अरे the iPhone that works on Android charger.
Yes. That was forced to work on Android charger by regulation of governments across the world. But yeah, bro, ये yet शब्द का जो प्रयोग एप्पल करता है ना, वो कोई और बेटर नहीं कर सकता. Because they just say best ever iPhone yet.
But
फिर अगले साल
obviously
best ever iPhone yet.
it has to be best ever iPhone ना, because they can't sell a new iPhone saying कि actually last year का better था. No, it has to be better. No.
Also, I have switched. For me, the jump is actually real because I switched from a 12. So I had a 12 Pro. and I've jumped a lot, right? But for people who were the 14, I don't think that they're
Arey Baba,
ecstatically.
what you're saying? You switched from a 12. We have switched from a 8 to a 6. We have switched from a 6 to a 4, from a 1 to a 24. What all switches we have made at Manchester United? It's
Yeah,
okay.
yesterday my 5 was a 9. It was very bad.
I don't know what these numbers mean anymore. Okay, Aditya Raju said Varsol's Romeo handball versus United is ignored versus Arsenal handball same is given. Eriksen handball versus Bayern was the icing on the cake, and I think this is a great starting point. And yeah, let's talk about how the week began for Manchester United fans with
मजा आया.
Bayern Munich. Listen, it was for us a victory. I feel to lose 4-3 at Allianz Arena, we should be given at least 2 points for this. Like you give Bayern 3, but just give us 2 points also. I feel because इससे ज़्यादा क्या ही expect कर सकते हो? And
Oh, you're
बेचारा,
talking about Champions League.
yeah,
Oh,
you've
that
heard of
tournament.
that? Huh?
Oh, yes, yes.
That
I have.
tournament that you won 2 years ago.
The irony. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, so I was watching this game in a pub next to the comedy club where I was doing a spot, and listen, we again it's just one of those where we did not play badly, but this
Hey.
Onana unfortunately.
From what I
Please.
understood, I haven't watched the game. I haven't watched the highlights because I've only been watching Shogun monitors for the last 3 weeks. But from what I understand is that for the first 18 minutes, you all played really well.
Really
After that,
well,
it was
इतना
classic
नहीं.
United.
Really well, पता नहीं. हम लोग we
Well.
played okay. Listen, you go to Allianz Arena, nobody plays well. Yeah? I mean, everybody is.
Why? When I went, Kautya, you're going to be very happy with this statement. When I watched Bayern Munich play Real Madrid in Allianz Arena, Real Madrid won.
अरे हाँ वो उस टाइम अपन के पास स्ट्राइकर वाइकर था.
हाँ,
You
correct.
mean Ronaldo and Marcelo?
Yeah.
मार्सेलो भी स्ट्राइकर ही था बेसिकली.
But
Deep lying.
but listen, so we went 1-0 down. 1-0 का अभी क्या कर सकता है? ओनाना नहीं सेव किया, अभी क्या कर सकते हैं? Can't do anything about it. बेचारा, I feel very bad for all the like, dude. The memes are just
for all
vicious, dude.
Yeah, they're
Vicious.
vicious. They're vicious. I have one question. Azeem, why is it that most people forget that Dahiya's first season,
Was
we were
horrific.
calling him Vijay Dahiya.
Yes.
We were calling him Vijay Dahiya. So, I mean, shouldn't that all that
No, see, the
courtesy be
thing is,
extended
the
to
thing is
Onana?
that Onana, honestly, he's not that much of a shot stopper. Although against Burnley, he did quite well, and for the rest of the game, also for against Bayern Munich, he did very well. Unfortunately, the one
I think
goalkeeper
the
error
tail
is
goal
always
was
going to be.
also tail goal was also preventable.
अरे
from
तेल गोल फुल ऐसा टॉप कॉर्नर में स्मैश किया है, कैसा सेव करेगा ओनाना?
उसके इधर से गया.
हाँ, बट गया टॉप कॉर्नर में ना, with the amount of
I'm saying slightly better keeper. I think. he
हाँ,
had a
so
better
he's not going to he's not the kind of keeper who's going to win you points by saving, unfortunately, which is what De Gea was. The idea is that he's supposed to win you points by getting you on the offensive and helping with transitions, which for that you need to have defense and midfield, which is fit, which currently we do not. Dude, हम लोग का, I don't know if you're aware, but अभी we have no fullbacks left. We have one fullback. We have Diogo Dalot, and that's it. Our first choice left back is injured. Our second choice left back has mystery injury. Our third choice left back, who we signed on loan, has got injured after his third match. It's over. We have nothing left. It's
Wait
done.
1 second. Region is done.
Region hamstring during the Burnley game only. Gone. So we
Why
are
is
down.
Kautya doing balle for this? No.
Meaning-
When we come to Chelsea,
No,
when we
wait,
come
wait,
to
huh.
Chelsea, when we come to Chelsea, I will also tell you. I've just realized that while we have signed the whole world, we have signed the whole world injured. So
yeah. हम लोग
there
का भी same problem. But okay, so against Bayern, my second goal.
Kautya.
Second goal, this is Musiala magic. Can't do anything about it. I mean, again, unfortunate because Bichara Diogo Dalot won the ball. It went off Musiala and rebounded off him. Cannot do anything about that. But good goal. Can't stop that. Then जो scam हुआ है, अपना होइलू बेटा अच्छा मस्त गोल मारा है, enjoyable first goal. All right, let's go. Come on, Hoilu on the score sheet. And then this scam of a handball, this absolute travesty, this cheating that has happened with us. ये कैसा निकालेगा हाथ वो? Like, listen, if he amputates his hand also, it is still they're going to give him handball, dude.
Azeem, can I tell you my theory?
What is your
I
theory?
think Ericsson wanted to show Onana how to use his hands.
Uh, although, in fairness, I will say that this fucking Ericsson was the cause of that goal, not because of the handball, but because of the fucking slow fucker
Yes,
that he is, who
yes.
on our attack has taken like him like, अच्छा क्या हो रहा है इधर? Let me look over the mountains and
No,
spot
I
a
also heard that
Danish
Ericsson was
striker.
not tracking back at all. He wasn't tracking back at all.
Arey, how he will track back? You know how bad his tracking back was. That for the next day, game against Burnley, Eric Ten Hag has put arm around Hannibal and said, "Go, you play instead." Literally, बाल का दुकान को मिनी फेलाइनी को खिलाया उसने instead of Ericsson, and he did a decent enough job. But ठीक है, kept going. Again brought it back to 3-2. There was a chance, and then counter attack पे फिर से फालतू में गोल खाए हम लोग ने. तो डिफेंसिवली वेरी शेकी बिकॉज फर्स्ट चॉइस डिफेंस नॉट अवेलेबल, फर्स्ट चॉइस मिडफील्ड नॉट अवेलेबल. अभी अमराबाद भाई इज फिट. Now you see from next
Arey,
week.
he did cameo, no, in
Now you
Burnley.
see from next week we will concede only 2 goals per game from the 3. Yes, you see
Love
it's
it.
coming. It is coming.
Love to see it.
Yes. What was McTominay and not
Hey,
Ericsson?
but
No, it was Ericsson fully who gave the ball away before the counter attack for the goal when he conceded the penalty. Full Ericsson blame.
by the way, here's what I genuinely thought about that Bayern United game. I think Bayern, once they went 3-1 up, I think they genuinely switched off completely.
That is our
Like,
strategy. That you score 3 goals, switch off, then we'll come back for 3. That's our plan. This is advanced. This is Ten Hag ball.
meaning वो गोल तक आके फिर बैक पास करता था all the way back to Kimbinje. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck was going on?
No, but dude, seriously, the entire media agenda against United right now is just, it's insane. Like it genuinely feels like everybody is just out ki matlab one mistake Onana has made, whole world has made, just every child with a mobile phone has been told कि तू एक आज Onana meme बनाएगा. It's like literally that bad it's become. Onana memes, वो लोग हैरी मैग्वायर मीम बना रहे, वो हैरी मैग्वायर है भी नहीं, खेला नहीं है 3 दिन से, उसका भी मीम बना रहे for no reason. Eric Ten Hag memes bana rahe. It's just so infuriating. Then all this rubbish from the media that, oh, these leaks are coming from this thing. Media is sitting and grilling Ten Hag about, oh, your the company. Arey bawa teda ho gaya. The company that represents
नहीं,
you
नहीं,
is the company that is signing all the players for United. ये सब ऐसा press conference में पूछ रहा है dude उसको.
तो क्या बोला वो?
No respect. He was like, no, listen, ऐसा थोड़ी चलता है. He's like, the decision is 50-50. Both parties have a veto. If I suggest a player and the club does not want, they say no and it's done. And if club suggests a player and I don't want, I say no and it's done. It's just because it is true now that Manchester United eventually, whatever you say, for success or no success, is still the largest fucking money churning machine in the world when it comes to football, and specifically the content around football. So people are always going to talk, and they're always going to want to generate clicks and generate clickbait and generate engagement around Manchester United. तो ये करना पड़ता है और हम लोग को सहना पड़ता है. And the amount of shit decisions that have gone against us, this Romero handball, same player, same handball, Arsenal को penalty, हम लोग को कुछ नहीं. The same fucking goal that Johnny Evans was denied, which Johnny Evans had a goal denied. Let this sink in your life. Johnny Evans has a goal denied because Erling Haaland is blocking the goalkeeper. Exact same thing. Nathan Ake, no problem. City gets goal. Then there was which was the third one? There was one more decision exactly like this. Complete nonsense. Baba, why are we seeing only your head sideways?
Oh, sorry. I was just replying to people telling them realities.
And just the absurdity that there is a different standard of handball in Champions League and there is a different standard of handball in Premier League, which then the different standard of handball in Premier League is interpreted differently every game. Just what the fuck is wrong with this sport? When it comes to like handball, VAR, this is basic shit, dude. Intentional hai to do, intentional nahi hai to mat do, khatam. It cannot be this fucking open to interpretation, fucking subjective 10-mark question each time.
But Azeem, the beauty of the idea behind, is it intentional? It's the kind of
there
thing
is no beauty to this.
No, that is the exact kind of thing that runs entire philosophy departments.
Yeah.
It is literally people going like, what? Where does intention come from? Is subconscious also intention? is just him literally interrogating him and then asking
No,
him,
I
was it
mean,
intentional?
I feel if you're making handball decisions, they need to at least introduce historical context into the decision. कि अगर ये same decision 2 हफ्ता पहले नहीं दिया है तो अभी नहीं दे सकता. You have
Then
to add that much.
Azim, I feel like
They
there
need to
should
hire
be
Atharva to tell them
no,
कि ये दिया है कि नहीं.
there should be two VAR lawyers appointed by both sides who have exactly 30 seconds to present both their cases.
And you get to see the streamed live.
Yes.
This is like a presidential election.
Yeah.
30 seconds each. Jaldi bata. Sir, according to historical precedents, according to rule number 55, according to this thing, I feel.
Arey, Baba is red. Oh, sorry.
No, Baba is not red. Baba had put finger on camera.
Yes, for that moment, Baba was red. But yeah, I am very, very.
Or I
annoyed
think
with
here's
this
another
shit.
solution. Second solution: every single game get 5,000 neutrals all across the world. 5,000 neutrals.
Fastest finger
Okay.
first voting.
And
Yes.
and live tweet.
Yes. Is this goal? Is
Poll.
this not goal?
Dude,
Straight.
मेरो goal celebrate करने को डर लगता है यार. I've been
The
burnt
segment
so
will be
many
called-
times.
The segment will be called Goal Pe Poll.
Wow.
Yes.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Ugh, is ridiculous, dude. I don't know what to do with this fucking VAR shit anymore. It's ruined. It has ruined football. Ruined football.
Yeah, because even in the watch along, Azeem, you have screamed and jumped and yelled
Yeah.
and gone all
It's
over
just
the place.
listen. अगर if celebration is good enough, then you have to be like, नहीं ये लोग ने बहुत celebrate कर लिया, अभी goal देना पड़ेगा, ठीक है?
Fair enough. That's also true. Yeah.
I think you have to add
This
this.
is
You
like
have to
your-
factor this in also.
This is also like your Allianz Arena win.
No, but then Azeem, this will get abused a lot because then there will be clubs who will have
Just
firecrackers and shit. Yeah, when dhol walas, it will be fucking nuts.
Oh man.
And now we have 128-minute games.
Yeah. So that
Meaning Atletico का आधा गेम सेलिब्रेट करता अरे मोराटा मारा मोराटा मोराटा पूरा पिच का एक you know when Sachin won the World Cup how they lifted
Yeah.
him and took him around Wankhede.
Yeah.
Correct.
Doing that for each goal. And the guy is like,
और
goal
जब-
नहीं है, अरे है, don't worry, हो
अरे
जाएगा.
guys, और जब जैक्सन स्कोर करेगा तभी कोई कुछ करेगा ही नहीं क्योंकि जैक्सन स्कोर ही नहीं करेगा. Thanks guys.
अरे I love. We'll get to Chelsea in a bit. Great Nico Jackson stats we have. But yeah, then there was the Burnley game, which was, I cannot believe we are celebrating 1-0 against Burnley. But what a result, dude! Look at the team that we have had to put out is just shocking. So goalkeeper, chalo ठीक है. Then you have Johnny Evans, Victor Lindelof starting. Then you have Reguilon, Diogo Dalot. Reguilon died after 70 minutes. Then in the midfield, you have Casemiro, Hannibal Mejri, and Scott McTominay as your midfield. This is, Hannibal Majburi. This is. Then you have up top Hoylu, Rashford, and Bruno Fernandes. And the only guy who is playing out of position has gone and scored the goal in the game. From what a ball from Johnny Evans, rolling back the year, I suppose, from when he was playing at Leicester City. But good assist, good goal. Again, very scary because at 0-0, they've hit the post and Onana's had to make 1 or 2 big saves in the game also. So this is the thing. Now Onana will keep clean sheet and will make game match defining save. Now you won't make positive Onana memes, huh? वो नहीं बनाने का तुम लोग को.
But
Oh na.
But Azeem, you know this, that a goalkeeper is much like any person from the service industry. They are not judged by what they get right, they're judged by
Correct.
what they get wrong.
Yes.
Right? So if the waiter fucks up your order, then you'll remember that and never go to the restaurant again. So I'm sorry, but Karius's whole career was ruined by two bad saves. 2.
Yeah, that is also true. Correct.
You mean
But-
by too bad not saves?
That true, yeah. Meaning, ek to usne, I mean, I truly like. They should put Karius's photo in Real Madrid Stadium. One Champions League he has won us for sure.
Correct. You should have given him also one medal.
Yeah.
No, but बेचारा I am full support to Onana, full support to Ten Hag. फालतू में बेचारे को इतना फालतू का hate मिल रहा है. Full support to everyone. हम लोग 1-0 against Burnley. We will lose twice to Crystal Palace this week, but that's okay. No, we will win. We're playing Crystal Palace in League Cup, so I think अपना Bhayandar will start in goal in this match. So we'll get to see him.
Guys,
But
Chelsea
midfield will be
करते हैं,
same.
Chelsea.
हाँ
फिर
Chelsea
निकलते
करते हैं then भावे को जाने का. I'll read what United super chats we have and then talk about Chelsea. Shaurya Punyani says, wait, this is relevant, but I'll read it now. Guys, again, please remember, please try to keep your super chats to what is being spoken about, so that we are not spending most of the stream reading super chats and we can keep going in the flow. I will forgive you all for now, but please try
And
to
just
limit it.
just to add to this, United super chats now would be a great time if you have any questions or comments.
Shaurya Punyani says, we'll always be grateful for Carlo, but I think ये season end में eyebrow shave करना पड़ेगा. It hurts to say this, but Kroos Modric together should not start again, especially against physical teams. This is true.
we'll come to that.
Like, put a pin in that for when we discuss Real Madrid.
Hmm.
Other says Remontada for the Barca. Also, Roy Hodgson, 4 months older than Bernabeu. What do you feel of that info? We've spoken about this before on the stream. But yeah, Barca to what a comeback, huh? What a comeback. 2-0 down. Intensely watchable game that was. Kitna is just one basketball chance, and then Joao pe Joao, Cancelo pe Cancelo.
Bro, I can't believe Barca are doing a Madrid better than Madrid are doing a Madrid.
Well, that's what happens when you have a striker to help you
तो
score
ये
goals.
जोआओ को अपन नहीं ले सकता था, sorry.
FC Barcelona says, wow, I don't remember the last time I was this excited to watch Barca matches. No more haram ball from Jabi Chacha. Yes, good result. Very nice. Bruno Dos Tres says, RV, adios, Kautuk, yo Madrid away. Bruno Dos Tres. Like Uno Dos Tres, but Bruno Dos Tres. RV, adios. Goodbye.
Okay.
Hello, goodbye.
Yo Madrid away.
I have no idea what this means.
Bruno's dos tres, can you please put in regular chat, what this means? But
Yeah,
if it means that Madrid can go fuck themselves, then I agree with you.
Sahil Zafar says, Hag is old school, likes when player listen to dot viz possible. To dot what? At Ajax, where player gets social presence and leave, but at United they get it when they come. Okay, I think largely what he's saying is similar to what we discussed last time, which is that Ten Hag deals is good when the player does not have followers. Yes, and he still told Sancho fully to fuck off, which full respect. This Sancho, these divas we don't want near the club. Nigalo Sancho, go get out. Don't want
Sancho
you.
out.
Sancho
Right.
out. Mountain.
Na Ten Hag, na Glazers, asli Sancho out.
Sancho out, 100%. Sancho is the problem at all times. Sancho and Ronaldo. These
You
were
mean
the two
Sancho? You mean
cancers.
Sancho is the bencho?
Sancho is
You
the
mean Sancho
bencho.
is
He
the
should
bencho.
sit on the bencho. Correct. Shri Aditya says, first super chat ever on stream. Always watched posthumously. Very good. Like a podcast. All of you have such a soothing voice. Thank you for all the laughs and football analysis on the side. Thank you. Thank you for watching, Shri Aditya.
Appreciate it.
Halu Bhai says, Halu Bhai, this season 8 goals, Chelsea 5 goals, United 7 goals. झुंड में आते हैं सुअर, अकेला आता है टाइगर. Hashtag लौड़े का एम्बापे. Hashtag lewd lives matter. Hashtag love you Kautya. Listen, you just wait. You wait. The फालतू में अपना all these referees have been cancelling all my Hoylu's goals. Otherwise, he would be on 2 goals from 2 appearances right now.
झुंड में आते हैं सुअर, अकेला आता है टाइगर is correct. I can see this pack of sewers dawdling around on the pitch. Mas Hallu bhai.
Kaushik Sundaram says, when will you start beefing with kids on Twitter? That I'm not doing anymore. वो बहुत किया था. अभी मैं adult हो गया. And this Doku is a deal for City. What a player he is. Yes, this Doku is damn good, dude.
Oh, it's just maza doka firla.
Doka firlela.
It is beautiful. Like this guy is, bro. He is the final form of Adama Traore.
If you just wipe the baby oil off, He would be Doku.
Bro, Doku का कोई रोकू ही नहीं है, bro. Let's go.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, he doesn't watch. वो उसका Chromecast है actually.
Hmm.
If you get it, you get it. You get it. The onside Banjara says somebody tell Saka to come up with his own celebration. Good boy, but don't copy man. वरना ऐसे ही घुमा के गोल मारेंगे. Maddie's
किसका
son.
कॉपी किया?
Maddie's
Ah,
son and son.
Oh,
Madison on the rise. Come on, you Spurs. Hoylu Bhai says 1 down, 59 more to go for Hoylu Madrid. There we go. Hoylu Bhai is also here. Come on.
Hailu Madrid.
Ashit Agarwal says, is there any way to ban media from United premises and surroundings? The bad performances are just getting excessive attention. Be it the manager, the players, everyone is under constant bullying in some ways. Fully agreed. Fully agreed.
No, but one
Fully agreed.
caveat. One caveat. Yes, I do agree. I do agree that with social media and general online journalism, there is a lot of like clickbaity, like negative articles. 100% do agree. But there is also a part of this, which is that I think you guys are feeling it even more because for once after a very, I mean, like in a long stretch, right? You've been banter clubs and you're not used to being banter clubs. This is
Yeah,
what
correct.
Arsenal have felt like for years.
नहीं, but the amount of ऐसा vitriol के साथ which it comes because also we were very dominant for many years before this. So
Yeah.
now there is this a cathartic enjoyment that people get, and also the people who are making these memes have never even seen Manchester United being dominant. So they are just like since they have been watching football, for them United has been banter club only. So hence
I
it
think
is
the
even
way
worse.
to do it is if you are dominant, you be so dominant for as long as you can be. And after that, just sell your club and disappear from the face of top 10. Like Chelsea.
It's like a good,
That's
हाँ,
the
it's
way
like
to
a
do
good, it's like a good TV show, ना? Just realize कि तेरा 6 season तक अच्छा है, and then call it a day. You know, don't be friends. Cavalier Shah says arm around Hannibal is one more thing new people won't get used to.
That's true.
Yeah, that's a very niche reference from one stream that nobody I think has watched on this channel. Anirudh Madhuri says RB Bhailog, love you all. Here is fact. Fastest red card in football history was given to Lee Todd after only 2 seconds into a Sunday League game in 2000. Fuck, ये देखना पड़ेगा
Wow.
कैसा मिला
But
इसको.
what did he do?
Must have shot someone, I guess.
Slap the referee.
Yeah.
तू सीटे के बजाय बोचड़ी के मैं लेस मार रहा था.
He was like, "Arey, stand up." I was fighting racism on the side. Anirudh Pachapur says, due to Chelsea's lack of goal scoring skills, I am rewatching older Chelsea goals before I completely forget what it feels like.
Oh no. That's very sad.
Kedar Sontake says, fake goat का PR machinery आज तक Ten Hag के पीछे पड़ा. I agree fully. I fully agree. Old goat.
हाँ ये भी है.
Because you know, na, if the guy is on 1 million whatever pounds a week, he can afford to pay 200,000 a week just to
अरे
internet
अजीम
trolls
तू
and
क्या
fan
बात
pages.
कर रहा है? You think he is paying? It was part of his contract at Al Nassr. It was like I will need this and
Yeah.
5 social media interns exclusively to shit on Ten Hag.
उसमें से Pogba एक है. Oh no, बेचारा Pogba का भी career खत्म हो गया फिर से. Imagine this guy's career has ended twice since he left United. It's damn sad.
But there are a lot of people, I think, independent. Like for example, Sayan says, I don't know if Sayan is a PR7, but there's a lot of folks who are like, Ronaldo was probably right about Ten Hag, where he said he
What
doesn't
he
know how
said?
to do man management. He doesn't respect players.
Real ID
No,
से आ,
he
Kautya.
never said he
Real
doesn't.
ID से आ.
No, he never said he doesn't
असली
respect
ID से.
players. He said he doesn't respect me.
No, because he is a player.
Me was
Therefore,
never players team was never part of the equation. It was like, why no me in team? Why no me in respect? Why no me
अरे
in
असली ID से
Manchester?
आ, Kautuk.
Chota
I
Don
think
Mosjijigar
he's right. Partially.
says Javi भाई की जीत के बाद Mbappé to Barca, here we go. Sukhvinder Singh says, how good is Frankie? And Azeem, thoughts on Region? Yeah, Region I have very very much enjoyed. I think Region has been great for United. Very sad that he is injured. I hope it's not serious because अभी Amrabat के लिए खेलने वाला है left back at this rate. So it's quite bad.
Who do you have at left back? Is it really Amrabat or is it
No,
Scott
nobody
McTominay
left.
or
Nobody left. So
Oh, fuck.
if at all, I mean, I think the only guy who
Gore.
could sort of naturally play left back would be Lisandro Martinez when he comes back, because left-footed centre back, and then he would persist then with Johnny Evans and Lindelof in the centre, or Maguire whenever he's back. But yeah, Varane is back as well. So Varane starts centre back again. So
देखा
hopefully is good.
देखा देखा देखा
Baba, you're not muted for your Dikha.
Shit.
We would have heard of proprietary secret information from Baba.
Yeah.
Ashwin says the Burnley game was a bit frustrating too, given the amount of control Burnley was allowed to have. Yeah, I agree, dude. So that is the scary part where, see, also I will say this, that it is the brand of football that Ten Hag is playing or trying to play relies A on a lot of understanding of what he wants to do, and B also relies on fucking cohesion of the team. Like if you're going to be a pressing unit that attacks as one and defends as one, you all need to be playing roughly the same team every week. And this guy, he has a very valid point where he said it in this press conference last week also. He's like, since I have come here, I have never on any game week had my full squad to pick from. So that again raises huge can of worms of who is responsible. Is this just pure freak bad luck? Is it the physio or medical department that is not conditioning the players well enough, that they're getting so many specifically of these muscular injuries? Like we've had like 3-4 hamstring injuries this season. Yes, we've had 4 weird impact injuries also, but lots of muscular injuries. So is the conditioning not good enough? What's happening over there? So I don't know anymore. But yeah, it's very frustrating that we cannot dominate games, even though Burnley is a team that will keep more possession than most teams in the Premier League, because that's how Company plays. He just doesn't have any strikers, hence his thing is useless.
But I do have like a few things to say about Burnley. I think Bruno Fernandes said this in his post-match interview, where he's like, the points do not reflect the quality of Burnley. The points do not do justice to the fact that like they are a relegation team. They might get relegated as well, but I think they're a very good team to watch. Like they were very nice on the ball. They have
Yeah.
that sort of like
So unfortunately, at this point, United are not a very nice team to watch. So that is
Yeah.
the problem.
And the thing is, like in the first half, second half not so much, but first half they did stuff like in the sense that they were able to cut through United very seamlessly. Like there were at least 2-3 chances where they were just
Which
like
again comes from the fact that you have a centre back pairing that's playing together for the first time. You have them playing with fullbacks together for the first time. You have a midfield three that has never played before in their life. So this stuff, when you're playing a system where then he has to be like, okay, you know what, we're going to sit back, absorb pressure, play on counter attack, because that's all you can do. When you don't have cohesion, you're like fucking just stay compact and hit on the break, which is what they did.
no. And sorry, what I was getting at was you're 100% right, but I'm also saying like the whatever percentage you have to give credit to Burnley. I thought they were very good, and I also think like two things about them. One is I think they would have done much better with a very polished finisher, like this Amdani Athani Kharcha Rupaya
Yeah.
is nice, but like I don't
That's
think
what he's missing. Now he does not have a striker, which is the main problem that Burnley have.
And I think the second thing is, oddly enough, Azeem, Burnley used to be a full physical team. Now they are a
Exactly.
full not physical team. Like they
Yeah.
are just bachus now. Like it's so crazy.
Against
Like
the full club DNA, this is.
yeah, it's weird. Like they've got all these like very non-physical like elite players.
Yeah.
It's strange. Anyway,
Yeah.
moving on.
Yeah, okay.
And
Sahil sir,
Vincent Company, can you imagine?
yeah.
Okay, guys, genuinely need to bounce in like 10 minutes or so.
I
Please,
will
sorry.
just finish the United and then we'll talk about
Pungi maar
Chelsea.
rahe lo.
Sahil Zafar says ATP Bawa is more happy to see ex-Chelsea player be shit at other club than worry about whatever is happening at Chelsea. Evans +1 assist, Mudryk 0 assist, which is also yes.
Sure, go ahead. चेल्सी का
Ustad,
नाम तो चेंज ही कर दो. मैं तो बोल रहा हूँ उसका नाम चेल्सी एफसी से टिश्यू पेपर बोल दो. जितना गांड साफ करने का कर लो उसके साथ, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता.
Very
ये तो
nice.
सीजन गया है.
Yeah, you know it's bad when even Angry Rantman has started becoming active again on YouTube. Ustad Ferran Torres says, Ciclo Madrid वालों comeback कुछ ऐसे होता है. Outcast
Yes.
left back से गोल निकाले. असली कोच
Yes.
वो होता है. Hashtag no
एक
eyebrows.
मिनट, तुम लोग तो कम से कम 4 सीजन ऐसा लेफ्ट बैक से गोल निकाला ना.
Yeah, but this Barca have now at least over this one game they have fully stolen Madrid's DNA and replicated it brilliantly. Fuck. Apun benchos udhar comeback. Billy, I've never seen a sadder comeback or attempt than here last night.
Sai Krishna says, why does this Rashford press, man? He'll just give up after getting beaten, no tracking back. This is one final point about United that I'll say, and for once, I will agree with Mark Goldbridge on a certain thing, which is that I think Ten Hag has to at some point realize that he has to either bench Rashford or substitute him when he's not putting in a performance, because there are so many times where I understand why he's keeping him on also. Like, it's because Rashford needs a goal, he needs confidence. Hopefully, if he scores one goal, he'll start playing better again. But sometimes when you have people on the bench available, if you have a Martial available, if you have a fucking Garnacho available, bring them on when Rashford is not performing. And you have to do that. But that's one thing, one major criticism, that he does not make the changes. Like, him and Bruno seem to be very untouchable. And oh my God, Preetpal Singh is back with a
Oh.
mega super chat. Thank you so much, Preetpal. Missed seeing you over here. He said, I've had a problem making payments on YouTube since 2 seasons ago. Got fed up and trying again today. Let's see if it works. If it does, then I'm back. You are back, Preetpal bhai. Come. Welcome. You are honorary Oil Money member, so please join the group whenever
Yeah.
you feel like.
Yeah.
But yes, welcome back. Sonali Tonali, let's go to Manali. Says, 7 पे 7 सुना होगा, ये 8 कैसे लगा? Very nice. Aditya Raju says, Rooney had called out Pogba and Lingard. See how their career has turned out. 100%, exactly. Sancho gives same vibe. Yeah, Lingard is on trial contract with Henderson and Gerrard wala club. That's how bad it is. Nikhil Desai says, Azeem bhai, ये United ने मस्त upset निकाला. Anyway, very nice. Evans was amazing. GGMU, positive vibes only. Mir Kulkarni says, Rashford was the worst player on the pitch. No work rate, not pressing enough, not putting in a tackle, not tracking back. Such kadwa hai. Pogba, close to. Yes, badwa hai. Kaushik says, Piers Morgan is waiting for that United downfall, so Sancho comes to him. Lodu wants clout. Nehal Kulkar, this is Liverpool. We'll get to this thing. Okay, we'll come to these remaining super chats because Baba has to leave soon. Baba, tell us about Chelsea and yeah.
अच्छा खेला मेरे को लग रहा है चेल्सी मोहाली में ऑस्ट्रेलिया के साथ बहुत अच्छा खेला मेरे को मजा आया I think even the out of form KL Rahul it was bleeding blue really well and yeah, what is football bro मेरे को तो नहीं समझ में आ रहा है I mean this I don't
Now you're taking tissues out while talking about Chelsea.
no I was taking the okay I have said this often I am ready to forgive कौतुक तू कल का वो कैलेंडर निकाल एक सेकंड के लिए I am ready to forgive जो तूने मेरे को फोन पे बोला था that list
हाँ.
which I don't know the order
Yes.
so, which is why it's important.
Wait.
So I will forgive Pochettino for losing. I will forgive Pochettino for thing. But what I will not forgive Pochettino for is not having any fallback strategic plan to be able to say, okay, let's overload the box.
But
In a
then,
game with
to you, I will quote the great manager,
Joel.
Ange Postecoglou. Well, close enough. Who was asked, Ange, what do you say to accusations? What is plan B? And Ange said, plan B is just to do plan A better.
Oh.
A true modern day philosopher.
Correct. So, no, my problem is not that. My problem is, first of all, what is this fucking red card? And Cole Palmer, please tell me what has he done? How is he? He's come now. Tell what? Oh, amazing. Yeah, wo dekha na. I think, look, I understand that we're horribly riddled with injuries. We have absolutely nobody available with a certain shred of talent. We have nobody up top. Nicholas Jackson's best thing is that he can either try to keep the ball or he can try to score. I'm using the word try because he fails at both miserably. So the point is that he can do only one of the two things. Even if we try to put him in that spot where he dummies out a defender and takes a defender with him, there is nobody to put the fucking ball in. So now it just looks like if we are only going to be scoring scrappy goals where people are literally running the ball into the goal, then my only humble suggestion is fucking overload the box. Just overload the box. Why are you not doing this? You have the opportunity. And with say a Mudrik, with a what's his face, Sterling, you have pace. So it's not like you don't have the pace to do it. You can get these guys in the right places, but who the fuck will teach them football and where they have to be? That is a secondary problem. But I'm saying, thing now. My biggest worry is not this. My biggest worry is please watch us set up for relegation because these are our next fixtures coming
Right,
up.
right.
Kautuk Srivastava, I don't have the exact order of
I'll tell you.
fixtures, but please these are our next fixtures.
Okay, so this actually starts for Bawa. The agony begins on 21st October. Chelsea play Arsenal. 28th October, Chelsea Brentford. 7th November, Tottenham Chelsea. 12th November, Chelsea Man City. 25th November, Chelsea Newcastle. 2nd December, Chelsea Brighton. 7th December, Chelsea Man United. Come December, Chelsea relegated.
Bro, and Nkunku doesn't come in. I think he doesn't even make it to the United game because let's say he even comes back end of November, which is not going to happen. But even if he comes back for the United game, I don't think he plays. I don't think he starts unless he has some miraculous fucking recovery and starts playing football. I don't know what it is that we are going to do. And already, by the way, commentators ये लोग सब ऐसा वो डालने लगे हैं, ऐसा वो वो नींबू और मिर्ची और कोयला छिड़क के जो ये करते हैं ना, वो नजर वजर उतारना वो चालू हो गया उन लोग का, saying that a Chelsea manager either succeeds quickly or leaves quicker. ऐसा कुछ तो चल रहा है. So are you asking for Poch's head this quickly? Come on, he's not even had a fucking team to play. What are we talking about?
No, but when
Guys,
do we ask
please,
for his head? Please give us date.
No, but so that's the put this in context. People are already saying Ten Hag out and all at this point, where United are sitting in a respectable 9th place as compared to Chelsea's 14th. People are Ten Hag out. Then
I think,
Pochettino
but
yeah.
I think Baba, the anger or whatever, the Poch out situation, right? It stems literally from the Boli spending, right? Not that those two things should be linked, but essentially the expectation is if you spend billion pounds, then don't be in relegation. It's simple
If you
expectation.
spend yeah. No, I mean, Aston Villa did not play a good game of football. They absolutely did not. Like compared to what we
But
were
where
doing,
Mourinho used to play a good game of football, yeah. Like you
No,
speak
but
as if you guys were Barcelona in 2015.
we had tiny bursts. But I'm just saying that um uh, uh, Aston Villa didn't really play well. Good evening just found. But you look at even our backline, man, and I'm starting to get scared because I think we're very easily penetrable, like against an Aston Villa and all of that, if we're being exposed this easily. Because Aston Villa also, I think, has our problem of like not having finishers, not having people who will be able to hold the ball up, etc., for a long time and all of that. So you can always think, and Thiago Silva is far better in positional play than I think most of those things. So, but please just take a look at about how easy it is to get a ball past our fucking defensive line. It's so easy. Like if we had to, thank God we're not in the Champions League. If we had to fucking play any team I'm petrified what City will do to us. I think City will currently do 15-0. In this with this current squad, they'll do 15-0.
But also, Baba, just to kind of also put this Poch out thing, right? Like I get it, like you should give time and all of that stuff, and maybe like you have to write off one more season. The real danger is that if you write off one more season, right? Like for what I'm getting at is this: if you give Poch a lot of games and it doesn't work out, say you come to 21st December and it's like you're like you've not won your games and you're like rooted at 16, 17, you'll not get relegated, that's for sure. But you're 16, 17, right? The thing is that you want a top four with this kind of spending. You
No,
want a top
this
four because you
season you're
won't.
not getting a top four this season. There is no way on earth. Even
So
today,
you're
I'm
saying
telling
ki
you.
you may as well then persist with Poch regardless of.
Yes, you do not get a top four this season. You do not get a top four this season for sure. There
Because
is
it's a
no
fully
turnaround
new team,
possible.
na? There is no chemistry between the. So, like right now, I feel Chelsea are still in preseason. Like they are just figuring
Yeah.
out how the manager plays because what players manager had in preseason and what he has now only is different.
Fuck, Azeem, you know what I think it is? I think on the Chelsea WhatsApp group, I think most people don't even have the names, they just have the phone number.
With just initials.
Correct.
Yeah,
And then you
MM.
do, if you want to talk to somebody, you do @,
Yeah.
and then you put it out, right?
yeah.
And you're like, fuck, iska fake name kya hai phone mein yaar? Shit.
Yeah. Shit.
Uh,
But
I,
like
I,
my point
I,
is, that with that kind of investment, if you don't come close to like forget league winning, trophy winning, and all that, if you don't come close to Europe, right? Doesn't the whole situation get like I would say 2x more compounded and worse?
yeah, only because he doesn't then have his revenue sorted, and I think you get into FFP problems. I don't think I mean, I know that he has a business. I mean, that he's running this like an Excel sheet, not as much thing, but he's going to. I think he's aware of it. Obviously, somebody for all the jokes, I'm assuming somebody has told him कि bro, यूरोप नहीं खेला अगले साल तो लौड़े क्लब बेचना पड़ेगा स्टैमफोर्ड ब्रिज को गार्डन व्यू बनाना पड़ेगा रेस्टोरेंट उधर आके नाश्ता खाएगा पब्लिक वरना लौड़े लगने वाले भाई तेरे पास है ही नहीं पैसा का मोनेटाइजेशन राइट सो और तेरे को वापस एक ऐसा ट्रक लोड में बेचना पड़ेगा लोगों को बट ये टीम से कौन लेगा ये
No,
टीम से
that's what I'm
चैंपियनशिप टीम्स
saying.
लेना पड़ेगा
That's what I'm saying. It like the way that this team is playing, right, is going to cause so many issues because you'll have so many people
which
like
is why
morale
I
goes
also feel
down.
he's not going to, which is why I feel he's not going to he's not going to eat the contracts because he's not in that place that he can eat the contracts. So it is going to be, I feel, and I could be 100% wrong because the guy has done everything that I have said not to do. But I'm saying, uh, I think I think he persists with Poch. I think we should, and I think it's the right thing to do, even from a business sense, it's the right thing to do because give this team another year with Poch. Poch, I don't think that on paper we make for a bad team. I just think that we aren't a team.
Yeah.
That
Just
and also there is an element of luck, right? In the sense that you are some huge XG, huge chances, but not converting. Like so,
No,
maybe
that
that's
is
just
not a
also
chance
down
of
to.
luck. That is a chance. That's not luck. I'm sorry. That's called fucking putting the ball. Dude, you have great XG, but you don't have shots on target, Kautuk. The difference is that it's not luck. If it was, तेरे पास 16 shot on target है, okay, ठीक है. लौड़े का shot on target वेंचो
Oh
है ही
shoot!
नहीं.
Sorry, Baba. I saw one video. It was damn funny. Where remember that shot that Nicholas Jackson took? Okay, like he was let in on the left, and then he takes a shot and
Yeah,
it
yeah,
goes
yeah.
completely into the crowd, right?
Yeah.
So someone made a video where they started increasing the size of the goal, and they would give you a percentage. Goal size increased to 125%, miss. Goal size increased to 175%, miss. He gets it at 300%. And the
Yeah, I
goal
mean,
keeps getting bigger. It's damn funny.
so I'm just, I mean, but this is what I'm talking about, right? Like you're depending on like some of the balls are even coming and some of the balls are really good, which get past defenders. Nobody is putting in the run in the final. Fuck the final third. We're not putting it in, the chota D. बेंचो छोटा डी मौशी गांड में भी नहीं मार रहे हम लोग गोल ब्रो कोई मार ही नहीं रहा है that my problem is, so I don't think it's a matter of luck. I just think that there isn't enough, they haven't gotten enough training. They haven't, and these are all second things. Yeah, I mean, they're all professionals and they all make a fuck ton of money and they obviously know how to play football. But these are split second things. So that anticipation of कौतुक मेरे को इधर बॉल देगा वो है ही नहीं. So you're already late on your whatever 1/40th of a second late on that ball, right? And that's enough. That's all that you need to, because the margins are that.
So, Baba, the
Tiny.
solution
So
is just Evan Ferguson. Na? Just I think a little, I think 140 million का bid में वो लोग मान जाएंगे Brighton.
Easy. He checks all your boxes. He's a
Just
striker.
you
He's from
complete the
Brighton.
set. Na? This is the Brighton Collector's Edition that they're putting
Yeah.
together now.
Yeah.
Just complete the set. Okay, we'll
Bro,
read
I don't
some super chats and then move on. Somesh Maurya said, Messi fan. Any post about Messi and comments are that FIFA conspired to get Argentina and Messi World Cup. What did Ronaldo do that FIFA didn't do it for him? Huh? Faltu 8 on Messi. Well, actually, I don't think it's FIFA who's conspiring to get Argentina the World Cup. It's Ronaldo who's
एक
conspiring to
मिनट
make
स्पीकिंग
posts.
ऑफ CR ब्रो, वो पोर्टुगल का कोच को निकाल दिया क्योंकि रोनाल्डो को बेंच पे रखा उसने.
क्या उसको निकाल दिया?
हाँ.
क्या?
क्या बोल
What?
रहे?
कौन
नहीं,
बोला ये?
I fell for another clickbait or what?
I think must be clickbait.
Because I only read a headline, dude. Who has the time to fucking
हाँ.
read an article?
Correct. This is
No,
how.
no.
This is basically how
Uh,
fake
Full
news
fell for
operates.
clickbait. Full
Yes.
fell for clickbait.
Oh
Full.
God.
Coming.
Baba, that happened, but it happened after Euros.
अरे when I was in Amsterdam yesterday, तो full राडा हो गया ना Ajax Stadium पे. They
Yeah.
were 3-0 down against Feyenoord, and full Eden Gardens happened over there. They were like, नहीं नहीं ऐसा सब नहीं चलेगा, match cancel करो.
It can't be.
Nehal Kulkarni says, no CDM, no problem. No Virgil van Dijk, no problem. No Trent, no problem. Robbo out of found, no problem. This team is playing together as a team and looking like challengers. I have to grudgingly agree. This Liverpool is looking damn good. Must football खेल रहे हैं लोग.
Yeah, I think their only Achilles heel is going to be that they concede too many goals. They go. It's like that one Madrid season where unless opposition scores, and in fact this season also, unless opposition scores, अपना चमकता ही नहीं है. And that's kind of risky.
Yeah. But yeah, I think remains to be seen now how they'll deal with one of the. I mean, who have they played any of the top six? Well, I'm not going to consider Chelsea part of top six right now, but have Liverpool played any top six matches so far?
Good question.
Good question. We'll find out because that's when I think the defensive midfield part will start to show. I think Newcastle.
They
fair
have
enough.
they have played. They played Wolves, Aston Villa, Newcastle. And Newcastle was a good win, I would say.
Yeah.
Bournemouth, Chelsea. Yeah, and
Okay.
last but not least.
Last but not least. Okay. So the tougher tests will come. So as a United fan, I would like to say temper your enthusiasm, because I have learned to do so the hard way. Pasandre Gonana says clean sheet. That's all. Clean sheet. Also sorry for Bayern. De Gea ने सुमड़ी में मेरे gloves में मक्खन लगाया था.
Funny. Very funny.
आशित अग्रवाल says किधर है हमारे अकेडमी के टाइलर ब्लैकेट, पैडी मैकनेर, फोसू मेंसा, बॉर्थविक जैक्सन to play at left back when full team is injured? Oh fuck. Shit, I'd forgotten about those days, dude. We actually had a season
I had
where it
forgotten
was...
about Fosu Mensah also.
Yeah, he was supposed to be the next big thing. Tyler Blackett, Paddy McNair, पूरा आधा season खेला, dude. Borthwick Jackson, shit, my god, the left back Mason Greenwood. Oh my god.
Oh, fuck, where is it?
Chris says injuries specific to United.
Wait, Baba, before you go.
हाँ.
कुछ है क्या चेल्सी का? हाँ,
नहीं,
sorry.
I have got you the perfect replacement.
Oh no, Kautuk and his
Alright.
players.
Baba, you have to buy this January. You have to buy Serhu Gurasi. You have to buy him. Get in on him soon. Get in on the ground floor. I'm selling him right now. Don't wait. Get him now.
अरे if
Baba-
you wanted a Jura, if you
फुटबॉलरों का
wanted,
अरशद मेहता है ब्रो. तू पेनी स्टॉक्स में ही खेलता है क्या पूरा टाइम? क्या किधर खेलता है ये? स्ट्राइकर है.
if you wanted a Jurassic in Spanish language, you already have Thiago Silva.
But who is
Arey, Serhu Guarassi plays at Stuttgart. He has scored 10 goals in 5 games and 11 like in the league and 11 total. Like, now's your time, Baba. Now's your time. Don't wait until this guy blows up and becomes another Osimhen. Don't wait until he becomes even a Victor Boniface. Just get in right now, I say.
Yes, I agree. Okay. And what happened? And what happens if he becomes another Lukaku?
ये मैं गारंटी नहीं लेता हूँ ये सबका. Meaning, I'm just saying.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
9-year contract.
See you, boys.
Okay.
Thank you so much, boys.
Chalo,
Bye-bye.
yes,
I'm
Baba,
very
bye-bye,
sorry. Very
and
sorry.
we will talk
See you
about
next Monday.
Real Madras we will do. Yes, Baba can go back and shoot.
Kautuk, please call me after your stream for 5 minutes.
Okay, I
Thank
hope I have made
Bye-bye.
this layout correctly.
Any Chelsea super chat? Okay.
Should I bounce?
Go.
Should I bounce?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, we will answer Chelsea super chats on Baba's behalf.
Okay, yes. I will respond
power
as
of attorney.
Baba. Yes. And I have a new motto in my t-shirt, which is "Enjoy life, eat cups." Okay. Chris says injuries specific to United could also be because we were in 4 competitions with small depth in squad last season, a lot of fixtures in pre-season tour, and a jet lag heavy USA tour. I mean, I don't think you can fully agree with that because half the players who were injured were not United players last season, and also players who barely played. Like Malacia barely played. Luke Shaw, chali, you can understand hamstring injury. Mason Mount, kya khela? Mason Mount was doing nothing. He was injured for half the season. Hoylund came in with a back injury. Amrabat came in with a back injury. So those you can't do anything about. But your Rafael Varane always getting injured. Lisandro Martinez was impact injury. उसका कुछ नहीं कर सकता है. और कौन गायब है अपना midfield
Van
forward से?
Bissaka?
हाँ, Wan Bissaka again hamstring injury. But again, he didn't play every game last season. He was rotated pretty heavily with Dalo. तो क्या करने का? I don't know what to do about injuries anymore. But hopefully in like 2-3 weeks we should have like at least 80%, 90% of the squad back. So chalo. Interesting. Ashwin, I'm reading one of the chats from Ashwin. He's saying Sancho reported late again, refuses to train, situation pretty toxic. He refuses to back down on his side, believes he's firmly in the right, firmly believes it's personal bias. ये डिवाल हो गया. It never works out. How have these guys not looked at historical precedent and been like, listen, ये ego attitude, you cannot show yourself to be bigger than the manager here. Not at Manchester United. Does not work.
Also, how I'm sure Sancho has met Dele Alli once.
Yeah.
Have they
Like,
not spoken?
he has met Dele Alli, he's met Pogba, he's met Lingard, he's met all of these guys. You just have to, I don't know. I mean, maybe his point is that Benjo Rashford को substitute क्यों नहीं करता है, in which case he has a valid point, but still. Yash Pratap says David De Gea still without club, and my point is that he did not, like Ten Hag ने ऐसा भी कुछ इतना incendiary नहीं बोला ना. He just said we pick players based on performances and his in training was not good enough. Which is
Yeah.
ठीक है ना, ऐसा कुछ नहीं बोला कि अरे ये कितना फक्कॉल प्लेयर है, उसको आता ही नहीं है, कुछ हगड़िया एक नंबर का, ऐसा थोड़ी बोला है. तो I don't know, this guy is just being stupid. Dominic Shabu Babu Moshai says हमको मिस किया क्या कौत्या दादा, अभी तो ले लो, अभी तो डार्बी भी हार गया, जोशेलू को
अरे
बिठा दो, हमको ले लो, गोल स्कोरर भी मारेगा, लेफ्ट विंग भी खेलेगा, खेला होबे.
अरे शोभो बाबू मोशा है. देखो प्रॉब्लम वही था कि हमारे पास ज्यादा मिडफील्डर था और कम अटैकर था, तो अभी एक और मिडफील्डर नहीं ले सकता है. तो थैंक यू फॉर ऑफर, बट हम अभी हालैंड फुल टारगेट बना रहे हैं.
Oh God. Suraj Mustafi with an impossible choice. Start bench sell. Weghorst, Jovic, Choupo-Moting. Actually,
Choupo-Moting
start
I
Choupo-Moting,
think
bench Weghorst, sell Jovic.
I think it'll become a little harder if you say Vegas, Jovic, Mariano.
Oh, yeah. No,
Oh
then I think
Lord,
Weghorst wins.
Vegas starts.
Yeah. Jovic bench and then
Mariano.
Mariano you sell, obviously.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll go with that. Yeah.
Dead Devil says the North remembers hand around Hannibal, bring back Football Manager streams. They will come back next month. When new Football Manager arrives, at that time we will start. All right. Thank you to Preetpal who's joined Oil Money again. Very good. If you're not already on the group, Preetpal, please tell me. I will add you back. Sachin Deo says, Bawa, does Chelsea need another preseason? This is exactly what I said. This is their new preseason. I feel team isn't working because of injuries and lacks chemistry. Honestly, not Poch's fault, except not playing left back. Amplified version of United problem. Yeah, I think that's
100%.
true, Sachin. That is true.
The only thing is, agreed, not Poch's fault, but I think managers have been sacked for much less. That's the only thing that I think would be
And
warming
Chelsea
the fodder
managers
of
have
Poch.
been sacked for much
Exactly.
less. That's the thing.
Exactly.
But by different owners, so I guess. So actually, was at this point of the season, was Potter doing better or worse than Pochettino? Can anyone tell points wise in the chat?
It's a
It would
good
be
question. I think he was
interesting
doing
as a
better.
comparison. In the meanwhile, Rahish Mangalat says, Baba, don't be negative, look at the bright side. We will win championship next season and then we will be monster team in the league. That's where it's come. Praditi says, Hattrick Harold is playing well, but we need some leadership at the back. Even if it means sacrificing some pace, Muller should start UCL matches. Praditi is going with full nostalgia. They're saying Potter had 11 points, Poch is on 5 points. So we are saying at this point that Potter was twice the manager that Poch is.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, at this point, Tuchel was in charge. We keep forgetting. that it was Tuchel in charge. At this point, last season, Tuchel was in charge, dude. What the
I think
fuck?
that was
That's
one of the
insane.
that's the biggest domino that fell that led to a lot of this shit. Because I
Crazy.
think, by the way, Azeem, I genuinely think that Tuchel was okay. Not genuinely think, but let me rephrase that. Here's my conspiracy theory. This plan of getting 54 players was presented to Tuchel, who immediately saw it for being the absolute car crash
Worst, yeah.
within a train wreck that it is. And he was like, bhai, please, मेरे को नहीं चाहिए, ये football club डूब जाएगा. I cannot do this. He was Hodor holding the
Yeah.
door while 54 fucking guys were banging on. And I think he was sacrificed, and then they just burst through like the fucking
Oh,
White
like the
Walkers
White
that they are.
Walkers, Blue Walkers.
Yeah, that's my conspiracy theory.
Oh, yeah, good. Well, that's a perfect analogy. Very well done. Bavarian Rahil says, Kane and Sane on fire. Need our right back figured out. Delict and Kim should be our first choice centre back pairing. Second gear पे जो United का pungi बजाया, वाह. You wait, Bavarian Rahil. You wait till you come at Old Trafford. फिर तुम लोग third gear में pungi बजाएगा. ठीक है? We are gonna take the game to you. And Pratik Chaturvedi says, removed Haaland from my FPL team. He started scoring again from next week. हालैंड को कभी नहीं निकलने का, वो कभी भी कुछ भी कर सकता है. आई मीन मोस्टली तो कुछ नहीं करता है, बट यू नो. Okay, let's finally quickly, so that I can get back to vacation, talk about Real Madrid, and then let us end. Kautya, what happened? Where did it all go wrong?
All right, before we come to where it all went wrong, let's talk briefly about where some things at least went right. The game against Union Berlin, the Champions League midweek game against Union Berlin. So
हाँ, वो भी तो था.
before I come to the sort of the game itself, I think there are a few things that are interesting to talk about Union Berlin, the football club. Firstly, first ever, like, this was their debut game in the Champions League, debut game, and it was against the absolute क्या बोलते हैं,
Yes,
the
royalty.
the royalty, the absolute royalty, the aristocrats of the league. And I think they did really well, and a few other things. So just looking into the history of Union Berlin, which by the way is worth looking into in case you haven't heard about them, or like heard of what they were. So Union Berlin was a team that was part of the East Germany side.
Yeah.
And so there was, when the wall was built, there was Union Berlin, and on the other side there was Hertha Berlin, which was in the west.
Correct.
And they hadn't seen each other. And Union Berlin, to their massive credit, and this is kind of what the club is all about, they were the fans of Union Berlin were constantly doing ungli to the state police and the military of East Berlin. They constantly wanted the wall down. They were constantly anti-authority and all of that stuff. So that's what this club is about. So two other things about them. They didn't have a state, like they wanted to rebuild their stadium in 2009. So they got, fans just came with money, and they came with manpower to build their stadium. There was a point where they needed money. So they did a campaign called Bleed for Berlin. And basically the German government was giving money if you donated blood. So Union Berlin fans went and gave blood
for the club,
which went into the club, which is such a better way of doing blood money than whatever Saudi is doing. So outstanding. Like, there's one other thing about the club, I think, which is a great sort of like it's just a philosophy of the club, which is that if you come to the stadium of Union Berlin, you are not allowed to boo a player of Union Berlin. You can't boo a player if he's playing bad or whatever it is, right? Misplaced passes or whatever the fuck. So you're not allowed to do that because it's just the culture of the club, and I think that's fantastic. So they come to Madrid and they put up quite a fight. And again, another man who has appeared at the right place.
Yes. Well, he was just there, no? It's meant for him only to just tap it in.
No. The other man who was at the right place was Bonucci.
Oh, acha, Bonucci.
Court case करके पहुंच गया Union Berlin, right? And so anyway, so we had a very tough time breaking down. And this is one of the things. So I think it's a good place to also kind of like talk about Madrid, where Madrid throughout the season have had a problem of breaking down teams. And we're having this problem because it's the midfield combinations aren't as strong, and you have no one to finish it. In the absence of Vinny Jr. and Karim Benzema, who I think apart from contributing goals and 34 goals and all of that stuff, apart from that, this guy's the role he played in gluing up the
Yeah.
midfield and the attack is so underrated,
Link
and
play, yeah.
it's so missed direly. So so we haven't replaced that, and you can see it. Can't break down a single team. You have to keep waiting, last minute, this, that. We're literally winning it on stamina and belief. That's it. Those are the two strategies. Um, to talk about the Union Berlin game, there was one particular moment we're talking about, which is that come around the 85th minute, thereabouts, right? And this is to tell you why Jude Bellingham is succeeding at Madrid. At around the 85th minute, there was a stray shot of the midfield. They were focusing on some other player, but in the background, you could see Jude Bellingham in the 85th minute looking around to his players doing, come on,
No.
come on, right? And I think that's the key thing. The fact that, like, apart from the technical prowess and the off-ball wonderfulness and all of the other things he brings, he has that one thing down pat, which is that Real Madrid don't lose. So they don't draw, they don't lose, they do it. Like, as we'll come to Atletico. Sorry, guys. And so he's there at the right time, right place, right time. And we got that one. It's a bad win against Union Berlin, but whatever, we'll take it.
Yeah, you have
Now,
to.
now coming to Atletico Madrid, right? I think you can start this part out by saying this. Luka Modric was substituted at halftime. He was substituted at halftime. And when the team came out of the tunnel, Luka Modric wasn't in a sweaty shirt, he was in a sweatshirt. And he comes out and he sits down he takes his place on the bench, and the camera lingers on his face. And on his face, there was confusion and disappointment. And it was a look of the end. And if there was one sort of like image that could sum up that entire match, it was confusion, disappointment, not the end, but like at least those two things for Madrid, 100%.
But why did he go with that when he's been generally playing with the three youths? Why did he go
So-
with Kroos and Modric for this one?
This is my surmise. Surmise is, so he said that he wanted more control, which okay, I get that. But I think the bigger reason is that he did a very silly but simple thing. The silly but simple thing was this, that Ancelotti goes like, it's a big game. I want my most experienced players to play, period. And he's like, because they've not been playing, they'll also be fresh. At least in the case of Modric, right? But the point is that because he's not playing, he's not sharp. That's what was one of the bigger things. Now, the other thing is that to play with, I think this like loss was primarily down to two things. Ancelotti's starting tactics, and the second thing was just a poor defensive display. There were three people who had howlers that night. And the first one is Alaba. Probably the worst Madrid game he's had, probably, that I can remember. Fran Garcia was ripped to shreds. Lucas Vasquez was shown to be what he is, a stopgap right back. Right. So
how is he still? Y'all still didn't sign anyone at right
didn't
back. What?
sign. There's two positions which we've not done anything about. One was right back, which we've been yelling about for a long time. And the second one was striker. Right. So then you come down to like, अभी सब लोग अपने ओनर्स को निकालने का सोच रहे, तो हम लोग भी सोचते हैं चल पेरेज आउट, बट फिर बोलते हैं छोट सब. So the point is that it's baffling to me. I want one Netflix documentary to come out in 10 years which explains why he didn't sign a fucking striker. Was it just Mbappe? Is that it? Is that the whole reason? Which is so fucking ridiculous. Anyway, so we don't even start with Chouameni, right? You put Kamavinga as defensive mid, which I think he played a decent game, but I think the control that a prop like a Chouameni offers you is, I think, a bit more than Kamavinga. I think Kamavinga should play a little further up rather than a DM is what I'm. So yeah, so I think this idea, I think we were sluggish because you have two very old people. You just have two very old people playing. What are you going to do? right?
Yeah,
So
well, I watch Ericsson playing every week, so I know. Even though he's not that old, but his heart is.
and the other thing is playing Bellingham as a striker, right? So
Hmm.
I think this is the other simple but silly thing, right? Like, oh, Bellingham is scoring goals as an attacking mid. So if I just push him further up, वो और goal मारेगा. Finally, I think we've reached the threshold of what Bellingham can do. Like, he can play every goddamn position, but I think striker is just one step too far at this point. Maybe if you give him 5 games there, he'll fucking start banging in goals from striker as well. But at this point, I think it was because here's the thing, right? You've played so many people out of position that genuinely I don't think they could find each other. Combinations are completely gone. Like, we were so pedestrian. Like, the football was silkier from Atletico Madrid. What kind of statement is that? What world are we living in that Atletico is doing elegant passes through the midfield? Gee, I mean, by the way, fuck, I wish Bawa was here to hear this. Last night was, if you had to give it a web series, like an episode title, it would be called The Saul Redemption.
Oh, he's back.
He's back and back like a motherfucker. This guy had the game of his life. He has dominated this game. Dominate. 2 assists. 2 assists. Uh, he has been he's defensively solid, attackingly great. He was all over the place, dude. Saul Redemption.
Yeah,
Who
there are
would have
some
thought?
players who only work at that one club. Like
Yeah, quite
nowhere
possible.
else it works.
Quite possible. So you had that. Now to talk about one other thing, which is an amazing thing that's happening right now. All right. Azeem, are you ready for this?
Okay.
So last night we had, this is a pattern. Okay, this is a crazy pattern. Morata scored 2 goals.
Of course.
Okay. Morata's previous club, Real Madrid.
Real Madrid.
All right. Before that, Real Sociedad. Who rips us apart? Kubo. Kubo's old club, Real Madrid.
Real Madrid.
Before that, Getafe. Borja Mayoral scores. His old club, Real Madrid. Almeria. Arribas scores. His old club, Real Madrid. Bro, it's crazy. Like, it's like these people aren't good enough to play for Real Madrid, but great to play against Real Madrid.
Yeah, yeah. But we have this with all the players that we sell also. There's fucking Danny Welbeck comes and scores against us only for all his
Fair.
clubs.
Ilanga is Chelsea.
Ilanga also marega. Don't worry.
But so I mean, that was there. And by the way, the other thing is, my God, dude, without Vinny, this Rodrigo is just one lost child.
When he's coming back, Vinny?
He was due to be there at least in the lineup last night, but I think it's going to take maybe a game or two more. But dude, this Rodrigo, I can't, man. It's like having a hammer where the end of the hammer is made of feathers. It's just like, तू पहुंच रहा है और फिर कुछ नहीं हो रहा है, कुछ भी नहीं हो रहा है. Just fuck. Oh shit. Arey, I hit post again. Oh shit. I just could not. I dribbled into my own feet.
But Rashford has been doing this only for the last, for all season.
Yeah, I just think, I feel like this. Here's the thing, right? The big difference between wing play and attacking play is that on the wings, you're always facing the goal. And as an attacker, you're mostly with your back to the goal, right?
Yeah.
So I think this transition of what is their main thing? Their main thing is burst of speed, right? And the second thing is that you're able to cut through people. On the wing, you're able to do that because you have to beat one man and then cut inside or whatever it is. In the middle, you have 3-4 players who you have to beat. You can't do it. And you're attempting it every single time. What are you fucking doing?
This is full Rashford behavior.
Yeah. So, I mean, I really like Rodrigo. I think, by the way, Rodrigo has nothing to prove in the sense that after the Champions League run, he's a Real Madrid player. Like, it's not like he has anything to suspect or anything like that. It's not that. It's just that if you play players out of position, not everyone is going to adapt wonderfully and give you that fucking pizzazz. So, so I think key injuries. I think Kautya would have also saved a few of maybe one. You would have saved one goal. Secondly, I don't think there was a goal that was ruled off offside. Offside for Rudiger, who was not, again, the ball was not intended for him, but he was not even part of the play, but whatever. I mean, you can't complain about this thing. So whatever.
No, you should complain. Please complain.
No,
VAR
that's
mother
what
church is.
I have realized
Fuck
that
VAR.
I think the this is small club mentality.
Fuck off. You wait till this season, not 3 big VAR decisions will go against you. You watch.
अरे
You
हवा
will
हो गया
go
हो गया.
out of
I
tournaments from VAR.
no, I'm with you. I think here's what I think. Okay, to summarize the whole thing, to kind of end it, I think we've been just Jude Bellingham is the wallpaper that was covering the unfinished house that was Real Madrid. He was
Hmm.
just papering over all of this fucking crap. Just one nice little, looking very nice from inside, and then the whole thing comes crumbling down, right? So this band-aid thing that Jude was doing has been ripped off, and I think the point, like, this is the team, and the team is this: we're a team in transition without a striker. How far does that get? Fuck knows. I
Correct.
don't think we'll push Barca to the title. I don't know if we'll win it. We'll push them, and I think Barca is ahead of us to win it, far ahead of us. Champions League, I don't think we're winning it. Copa del Rey is whatever. So yeah, I think this is not a great season. All things considered, it's not going to be a great season. I think the best you can hope for it is that at the end of the season, I hope Vinny and Rodrigo are able to contribute more from the attack, and kind of like just help. I think that
But
will be
you
a
don't
big.
think you'll go for one striker in January or what? Some Osimhen Bisiman types.
No, not Osimhen. I don't think so. I don't think a January, maybe a January, like you'll go for like one Adebayor or a no that
Adebayor.
no, not the Adebayor, but an Adebayor type or a Chicharito type, where one
One on
out
loan.
of favor, decent, मार देता है 8-9 goal types, that type of guy.
One Anthony Martial you might get.
Yeah. One Anthony Martial. Mustafa brings me to one quick point. He says, "Hey, Kautya, can you talk about Girona?" Yes, can and should. Azeem, I don't know if you've seen the La Liga table right now.
I have not.
Top is Barcelona, third is Real Madrid, second is Girona.
Oh, क्या बात है?
और
Are they the new
भाई,
Brighton?
bro, वो लोग, and they are playing like beautiful football. Like, that's all you can describe it. Girona playing outstanding football. A few things about Girona, interestingly. So they beat us 4-2 last season, where one guy scored 4 goals. 4 goals, one man. Castellano,
Oh,
I
I
think.
remember this guy. Yes,
So Girona are part of the City Football Group.
of course they are.
And not just City Football Group, they are the full like love child of Manchester City. City Football Group, and they were previously owned, and I think still current stake owner is Pep Guardiola's brother.
Nice.
So वो पूरा दे रहा है Pep, उसका पूरा dossier ना बना के Pep is doing 2 jobs.
Yeah, he's like this City job is too easy. मैं थोड़ा side hustle. Girona.
I think Girona's coach gets on a Zoom call with Pep, and he kind of goes like, "देख भाई, जल्दी half time आया, हम लोग 1 down है, बोला फटाफट." And Pep is like, "Okay, you move striker, play left back as center forward." So I think it's fantastic. I don't know how far they'll go, how deep into the tournament, because at the end of the day, all these clubs eventually get found out just by the sheer volume of fixtures, but great so far. And also Girona, by the way, Catalan club, so that is another factor.
Very nice. Okay, I think we're almost done. Please smash a like if you have enjoyed the stream. We will read the remaining super chats. Also, subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed. I know the subscribe counter is not visible right now, but we are still striving to increase the subscriber numbers. Bruno's Dos Tres says, "Yo hablo español. Que want Bruno est goal at Madrid." I think it's like Bruno, but he wants to come to Real Madrid. I think that's the character. Anshu Libra says, shout out to Ayush Vetkar, who I met at North London Derby screening at Khar. काफी पैशनेट आदमी, अपने टेबल पे चेयर ऑफर किया, फिर मना करके पूरा मैच खड़े खड़े देखा तो काफी हम्बल भी. वाह 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 वाह. This is what you get by working at 442. No rights.
Did you see North London Derby?
I did see North London Derby.
What thoughts?
Little. Good for me. because both
Yeah.
Arsenal and Spurs did not get points. So I am happy that we have some little coattail to hang on to still.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Spurs was very like, I mean, Arsenal, by all accounts, everyone's saying Arsenal should have won. They outplayed Spurs, blah, blah, all of that. But again, I think not able to shut them down effectively after scoring goals. I think the first goal that Spurs scored was slightly on the goalkeeper, you could say, not getting rid of the ball properly. The Raya debut, that was. And second goal was that was straight from the kickoff they scored. So Arsenal got their goal, the penalty which was one that same VAR penalty which United should have got against Spurs. Same player, same hand position. This is penalty. That is not penalty. Un log ko diya. Saka scored, and from the kickoff, these guys have gone 20 seconds later and scored. So peak Spurs ability. So good. I mean, a good game. It was not like a wow game or whatever, but it had 4 goals in it. So yeah.
But this, by the way, one other thing about Ange, he's a winner, dude.
Yeah, he has that vibe. But the thing is, now this happens with like, these sort of slightly mavericky new coaches. They come in and before people have time to figure them out, everyone's like, oh wow, kya must, Ten Hag ball, Ange ball, Postecoglou ball, ये सब चलते रहता है. Then you give it one season and everyone sort of figured them out. So there's very few elite coaches like your Peps or I mean even Mourinho. I think Pep is probably the most elite in terms of all of this because he only before people can figure him out, he's like, "Nay, I will figure myself out,
Yes.
and
Yes.
I will create new tactics that you fuckers have never heard of before."
But you know what I think Pep does? I think Pep at the end of every season makes a compilation of all Tifo videos. Then he watches them one after the other. He goes like, "These fuckers, okay,
Yeah.
how to beat Tifo?" He's playing against Tifo. तुम लोग खेल रहे अलग टीम.
Oh, yeah, but that's true. He's just like, fuck it. But it's actually great because all clubs generally will go for like squad refresh, player refresh. This guy is like first tactical refresh and then we will get new players to go with it.
Yeah,
It's too
yeah,
good.
yeah. Yeah, this also what he does now, he finds these like a Matthias
Nunes, yeah.
Nunes. Like I like to get this guy and to believe that okay, this guy is gonna like all these players he gets, they step up so much. Like a Nathan Ake steps up so
Yeah.
much. Like it's crazy, dude.
Even the Grealish, for whatever you say about him, like he did damn well after coming to City. Like even though there were lots of like people just wanting to hate on him because of his hairstyle, but he's done damn well since coming. So can't agree with that. Can't disagree with
Yeah.
that. Siddharth Gandini says, great show yesterday, Azeem. Oh, yes, he was the guy in the front row. Thank you so much. That was very fun in Amsterdam yesterday. अपना बेड़ू King Eric says, 1 week के rumination break का ज्ञान दे रेला हूँ. VAR goal पे is that a cake और media witch hunt करते रहेगा. Buckle up this season with that United against the world mindset. RV बच्चा लोग और बाबा. I agree. It's United against the world. And right now, world is winning, sadly. Pratiti says, Kautuk, please find some penny stock defender for us. Kautuk, come on,
Oh
that's
my
your
lord.
assignment for the week.
Hey, this was you versus Pratiti, man.
Yeah, it was.
And
Thankfully,
Pratiti has
Pratiti is
come
not
out.
gloating, which is good.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think anything less than 8-0 is a loss for Pratiti.
Yeah. 4-3 is great result for us. Kautya Sundaram says Joey Barton is now football manager at lower league of English football. I think Joey Barton, I've always said this, Joey Barton will be a very good manager. उसको आता है फुटबॉल, उसको आता है, उसको खेलने का टेम्परामेंट नहीं था, बट वो उसको आता है फुटबॉल. Dr. Apur Bishnoi says, sorry, off topic. Doku showing positive signs. Matthias Nunes had great assist. The 2-0 was fun watching City play long ball and the whole stadium getting behind it. I need to watch this because I was very busy yesterday. Didn't manage to watch most of it. Anurag Shigovala says, just hopped in to say, Barca are back on top of the table, baby. Zhao Square are off to an epic start, but Xavi last couple of games has looked like he's too awed by the actual attacking options finally available to him. Good problem to have.
That's a great problem, dude. And I think they needed to fix the sort of like again they had the same thing, right? Ki midfield must hai, attack ko link nahi ho raha hai. I think they've fixed it now with this two Jao solutions.
Kirk says, why Kautuk complaining about striker? There is Kamavinga.
अरे यार कमाएगा क्या ट्राई किया फर्स्ट हाफ में, पता है क्या मस्त ट्राई किया उसने, बहुत ट्राई किया लॉन्ग शॉट, आवर ओनली थिंग्स वाज लॉन्ग शॉट, दैट होल गेम वी हैव
Yeah.
ओनली डन लॉन्ग शॉट
That
एंड
that
देन
is
गॉन.
I think the classic symptom of no striker is long shot.
Yes, we have full, it was one full shooting practice for us for 90 minutes, then we went home.
Angry Potato Golu says that was close, son. Son. Alright, that was American accent. That was close. That was close, son. That was close, son. That was close, son. I'm trying to
Nice.
do my Australian accent. That was close, son. Crikey, that was close, son, mate. That was just stereotype. Crikey, got a Sonny and the Barbie. Dominic says, Dominic Shabamashai finally says, Alu Postokoglu, हमारा favorite है, most on
Arey, Alu Postecoglou is very funny.
Yes, Alu Postokoglu. Okay, I think we are done for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I do not know if we will be able to do ये मेरा discharge कैसे हो रहा है charge होते होते. What a strange thing to happen. But as I said, I'm not sure if we will be able to do next week because I don't know where I will be on the second. बट लेट्स सी, ट्राई करते हैं सेकंड थर्ड में कुछ ऐसा रैंडम आइलैंड पे रहेगा, तो अगर ये है इंटरनेट तो थोड़ा बहुत देख लेंगे. आई डोंट नो हाउ आई विल वॉच द मैच, बट यस, थैंक यू फॉर ट्यूनिंग इन. We will see you all soon. Please smash a like before leaving. Please subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed. And yes, thank you. Anything you need to promote? Anything? Plug, chic,
Yeah,
plug,
no,
shug.
just a few things. We're doing, Baba and I are doing 2 shows in Bombay and in Thane, 1st and 7th October. So you can come for those. Baba and I are also coming to Dubai. So if you have friends in Dubai, please come for those. And lastly, Second Story season 2 has been wrapped up. So there's a whole bunch of stories in case you haven't seen any of them. And I'm doing original stories and members exclusive stories. So you can join for that by becoming a member on the channel. That's it. That's all I have to promote.
Very nice. I am doing a show at a comedy club in Oslo called Latter on 5th of October. So if you are an Oslowegian person, then you can come for that. Okay, thank you, friends. See you soon. See you next week, or if not, then definitely the week after. Thank you, friends, and thank you for watching the four.
The 4.
The
The
two. The
2.
two times that we will lose to Crystal Palace this week. Okay, goodbye.